you've been doing this for 30 years, Lee, and do you has the relationship to Chiron, Lee and Chiron, deepened, change, or has it been the same?
Absolutely, yes. And if it didn't, I'd know it would be stale. It has to change.
Mm,
It's called growth, and all of us have spiritual growth. We happen to be channelers,
mhm.
but our personal lives have to change. We can't separate, in my opinion. And I know this woman. We do not separate the spiritual things we teach from our
Yes,
personal lives. It
yes,
must be applicable. We must do
yes.
this, or it. First of all, it's going to show,
Mm,
and second of all, it's we'd be in denial. And so this is the answer to that. This relationship that I
mm,
have with Kryon has changed greatly over the years. I can even give you, the kinds of things that took place, but I'll tell you that yes, the relationship has gotten closer. It's gotten more loving. It has gotten, I would tell you, more natural for me to
mm.
just flip into channel now. And there was a time, literally, when I had to, I channeled and I changed shirts when I came back in channel because I was sweating and wasn't angry, but I was anxious
Mhm.
because I was an engineer. I mean, this is how it all started. That's another story. But to go into this, there was a definite 3-year period of getting used to it. Then after about the 10 or 11th year, there was something else that took place. And
Yeah.
then again,
What
another,
what what
yeah,
was that something else? That's
okay.
curious. I'm just because that's
Happy
interesting.
to tell you.
Yeah.
Happy to tell you.
Yeah,
When
please.
the entity talks to me, Cryon talks to me in the shower. It doesn't talk to me like he channels to other people. It's very different. It's very personal, and it's a little more abrupt. And what Cryon has said to me in a very loving way, he says, "Are you tired of playing church?"
Mm,
and I heard that so clearly, and I didn't answer. I got out of the shower and got back in because I thought, that something was wrong. And I heard it again, and I finally said, "What does that mean?" Now, this is not a voice in the shower. The way we channel it comes through the same process. I would say intuition comes. Women are very
mm,
good at this, and
mm.
you don't get a voice, you get a thought group, and bam, it appears as a succinct voice or whatever. And what Cryon told me, he says, you've been sitting down, you've been channeling, everybody comes to see you, there's appointments, you go all over the world, you sit down, and everybody knows you're coming. And he said that's no different than any other religion on the planet. He
Right,
says you're sitting down and preaching, and then you get up and you're somebody else. He says this should be 24/7 for you. He
right.
says, why is the connection only when you sit down and channel? He said, Lee, this should be all the time. I should be with you all the time, and you simply open the door for others instead of having a whole change for others, if you understand what I mean. So that
I
was
do.
one of the biggest changes. And what Kryon was saying is incorporate this, all this into your life 24/7.